Hi friends, I am Rohit Kumar Singh. I welcome you all to our YouTube channel GST with Tax Marvel. I am the founder of Tax Marvel Consulting Services LP. Today we are going to discuss on a very important topic on maintenance of GST accounts and records. So there are certain records which are to be maintained or books of accounts which are to be maintained while we undertake the compliance under GST. So once we get registered under GST, be it as a supplier of goods or a supplier of services, we are bound to maintain certain books of accounts. So we'll see in detail what are those books of accounts to be maintained. We'll also see where the place such books of accounts to be kept and the period uh, through which the such books of accounts and records are to be retained. We'll also touch upon the points on your electronic maintenance of books and accounts. So please friends, like and share our video and subscribe to our channel. Thank you. So what we'll discuss is your place of maintenance of accounts and records, list of accounts and records to maintain, manner of maintenance, provision related to electronic record, and period of retention of your books. Right. Chapter 8 of CGST Act and Chapter 7 of the CGST rules provide for maintenance of accounts and records. So GST law provides for detailed maintenance of books of accounts and records for both goods and services. Right. Document means CGST Act, document is defined, it means written or printed record of any sort, and electronic record means electronic record maintained in your ERP, in your computer, in Excel will be treated as a document. So in recent time, government has enhanced a vigil to curb the menace of your excess claim of ITC or fake invoicing. So department has increased the investigation for that, and everything will depend on how well you are maintaining your accounts. So detailed investigation of taxpayer at the time, most of the taxpayer fail to provide proper document or record because they are not maintaining it properly. And because of this, the appeal will start, the demand notice will come, and then department will provoke you for section 74 of the CGST Act, and they will ask you for fraud and all, extended period of limitation, just because the records are not maintained properly. So let us see what records are to be maintained. Where the accounts are to be maintained. Number one, if I am operating in a single place of business, means I have only one place of business endorsed in my GST certificate. So whatever principal place is mentioned, at that place I have to record, I have to keep my record. If I have more than one place, means in the same state I am saying, not different state, different GST number. So in West Bengal I have one office in Calcutta, one factory in Howrah. So account for each place of business shall be kept at such place of business. Accounting for Calcutta there, accounting for Howrah, accounts and record for Howrah will be maintained there. Now, for goods and services, what record is to be maintained? Number one, details of production or manufacture of goods. Number two, inward and outward supply of goods or services, both. Number three, stock of goods. 4. ITC availed on goods or services or both. 5. Output tax payable and paid. 6. Import and export of goods and services, both. Then supplies attracting reverse charge. Then relevant document including invoice, bill of supply, debit note, credit note, receipt voucher, payment voucher, refund voucher. It means you have to maintain an exhaustive list of goods and services, right? So you cannot have a average version of accounts. If you are taking input credit, you have to maintain inward ka detail plus ITC availed, right? So CGST, SGST, IGST receivable ledger you have to maintain. CGST, SGST, IGST payable ledger also you have to maintain. RCM you have to maintain. Then if I am a manufacturer of goods, I have to maintain, apart from that detail, monthly production records showing quantitative details of raw material and services used in manufacture, quantitative detail of goods manufactured including waste and byproduct. If I am dealing in supply of service, quantitative detail of goods used in production of service, right? Then details of ITC utilized and details of service supplied. If I have stock of goods, then opening balance, receipt, supply, closing balance of stock of raw material, finished goods, scrap and waste. Detail of goods lost, stolen, damaged, written off, disposed by way of gift or free sample also is to be maintained. If I have any advance, I have to maintain advance received, paid and adjustment, right? I also have to receive my from all the supplier where I am getting the taxable goods or services. So name and address, complete address of supplier, right? Then customer, name and complete address of the person to whom I have supplied the goods, except where the customer is unregistered and value is more than 50,000. Then the address of delivery and state code is also to be required. If the value to unregistered supplier is less than 50, then if the customer is saying that mention this detail in my invoice, name, address and all, then you can mention. Otherwise you can write name, that's all, address also. Detail of storage of goods. So complete address of premises where the goods are stored, including goods stored during transit, right? So if any taxable goods are found at a place other than my registration certificate it is declared, then it is treated as I have supplied the goods to the person and GST is payable by me, right? Next, place of keeping books of accounts. Books of accounts of principal place and books of accounts additional place is to be maintained. Books of accounts will include electronic data maintained in electronic device. So in case there is a correction, how the correction is to be made? Any entry in register, accounts and documents not to be erased, effaced or overwritten. In case of any incorrect entry other than clerical nature is to be scored out, means strike out and re-entered, and in case of any strikeout it is to be stamped and attested. Each volume of account maintained manually should be serially numbered, volume 1, volume 2, volume 3, volume 4, like that. In case of electronic record, a log of entry, every entry edited and deleted shall be maintained. Records may be maintained in electronic form and shall be authenticated by means of a digital signature. So any electronic record you have to maintain in a digital signature. So you have to see if you are using any customized ERP or any package, whether this facility is available or not. Next, if you'll see, right? If any books are found at a place other than the place mentioned in my GST certificate, then it is assumed that registered person has maintained that in that place. Production on demand. Any books which is required by department is to be produced on demand. Now, special provision for your electronic record, right? So backup of electronic records and restoration. You cannot say that my computer is crashed. So proper electronic backup record shall be maintained and preserved so that, remember, in the event of destruction due to accident or natural causes, it can be restored within reasonable period of time. So backup is mandatory. Daily or any remote backup or any mirror backup and all, you see. Production of electronic record. Duly authenticated relevant record or document may be produced on demand. Same may be produced either in hard copy or in an electronic readable format. Detail of such file, password, right, and explanation of code used. Like in SAP you have KE, KR and all. So the explanation of that code used, right, is to be provided along with a sample in a print form, right, in a electronic format. Now period of retention, very important friends. Period of retention other than any appeal. So the appeal is not pending, and in case appeal is pending. So in case appeal is not pending, 6 years from the date of furnishing of annual return, 72 months. Now see here. 18-19 annual return date was 31st January 2020. So you have to maintain accounts for 17-18 up to 31st January 2026. You see here, 6 more years you have to maintain the accounts. In case the appeal is pending for any particular year, then later of the two means higher of the two. 72 months from the date of due date of furnishing annual return or 1 year from the complete disposal of appeal. Friends, thank you for watching our video. And we hope that you enjoyed this learning series GST with Tax Marvel. And don't forget to share, like and subscribe our videos, and do also tell your friends or colleagues who want to make their career in GST or want to get updated on GST aspects. Thank you friends. Thank you.